You and I need to stop everything and listen to the Lord today. Within the next 11 seconds, He's going to move powerfully in our spirits, bringing something we've desperately longed for, even when we haven't been able to put our prayers into words. This isn't just a random moment or an ordinary message. It is Jesus coming directly to us, speaking to our hearts clearer than we've ever heard His voice before. Maybe you felt blocked, trapped, and stuck in a dark place you simply don't understand. We've cried out, hoping the Lord would hear our suffering. I trust that He hears every single cry. He's seen every hidden tear, every sleepless night, and every anxious breath. Our pain matters deeply to Him. Today, He is moving to set us entirely free. I know it feels like we've hit a wall, that we just can't break through, no matter how hard we try. We pray constantly, we believe, we wait patiently, but nothing seems to shift. We grow tired, our strength keeps fading, and we wonder if our daily prayers are simply bouncing off the ceiling. But through His teachings, I know we are not ignored. We are never forgotten. This block we feel isn't the end of our story. It's merely the beginning of a new chapter He is writing. A chapter filled with true freedom, joy, and the peace we've longed for. Right now, we must keep our hearts fully open to Him. He steps into our struggles, breaking spiritual chains we couldn't shatter on our own. We have to let go of our doubts, our deep fears, and our disappointments just for a moment and trust Him again. I trust His timing. I trust His heart, believing He's working even when I can't see it. In this very second, something truly supernatural is stirring within my soul. He didn't bring us this far just to leave us broken. He's moving to clear the path ahead, to renew our hope, and to fully restore our strength. We are so precious to Him, beloved beyond words. His teachings aren't always easy, but this feels crafted just for us. Delivered straight from His heart to ours, I hear Him clearly today as His child. This moment isn't some ordinary encounter. The Lord brought us here intentionally, not by chance, but because our hearts have been heavy for way too long. I felt held back, unable to move forward. Like invisible spiritual chains were pulling me backward every single time I tried to rise. We wonder why things flow so smoothly for others while we stand still, completely frustrated and worn out. But today, you and I are going to see what He brings into our sight. He shines His holy light on whatever has kept us bound and trapped. The Lord sees the true source of our struggles. It's much deeper than we think. It's not simply a delay or a momentary setback. Inside my own heart, I found a place I held back from Him. A place filled with fear, hesitation, and deep pain that I haven't trusted Him enough to completely heal. I thought if I ignored this pain, it would just fade. Instead, it became a heavy wall blocking my path, keeping me from His promised blessings. I've held too tightly to old hurts, past betrayals, and bitter disappointments. You and I pray for relief, but haven't fully surrendered our heavy burdens to Him. Every day, I hear His voice promising to take those burdens away. The Lord knows those silent battles I fight. The harsh voices in my head whispering, I'm just not enough. That I've failed too many times, that my deepest prayers will never happen. The enemy tries to wear us down, speaking cruel lies and doubts that slowly drain my hope. But God is my shield and my protector always. He sees how hard I try to stand firm, bravely facing every single storm. Whenever I feel completely alone, His teachings remind me my struggles never once went unnoticed by Him. He counts every tear I cry, every long moment spent in deep prayer, and each painful sigh. He shows me the time has finally come for my release. So I comment, Jesus, I love you more than life because He is my everything. I listen closely because this teaching is crucial for spiritual freedom. I must fully surrender the pain and bitter feelings keeping me chained. I need to let go of those memories I keep constantly replaying. God tells me to release my anger toward people who hurt me, forgiving them not because they deserve it, but because my freedom demands it. Forgiving breaks my chains, opening the exact doors I've been begging the Lord to unlock, finally lifting the heavy weight from my heart. I cannot ignore this holy instruction, treating it like mere advice. This specific moment is urgent. My obedience right now truly determines what happens next. If I turn away, ignoring his divine call to surrender, I risk staying trapped much longer. But if you and I trust him and release these heavy burdens, we'll experience peace completely beyond our understanding. Our hearts will feel lighter, our vision much clearer, and the road ahead opens wide, leading us right into the holy purpose God created us for. The enemy whispers again, trying hard to distract me, claiming this message isn't meant for me, or that my deep wounds can never fully heal. The devil wants me trapped, constantly living far beneath my true calling. But I remember Christ already defeated him. Those lies lose power entirely when I stand firmly in God's truth. I boldly declare that I belong to Jesus, that his grace covers my entire past, and his strength conquers my every weakness. I stand firm, resisting any temptation to return to the familiar pain I've known. My future isn't stuck behind me, it's ahead, waiting for me to step forward in complete faith. Now, I gladly receive the divine restoration he is bringing. The Lord restores pure joy to my heart, strength to my weary spirit, and clear vision to my confused mind. He restores relationships I thought were gone forever, bringing calm peace where chaos ruled, and pouring out rich blessings in ways I never even imagined. What you and I thought was impossible suddenly becomes possible, simply because our God specializes in true miracles. He moves massive mountains we honestly never thought would ever budge, just because we trusted him enough to finally surrender our pain. I know deeply my story is not finished. The Lord placed greatness inside me long before I was even born. The Lord gave me a unique purpose, a powerful destiny crafted just for me. And despite all the setbacks I've faced, I know my calling remains totally secure. I am his, chosen and loved, equipped to accomplish everything the Lord plans for my life. The delays I've experienced were never denials. They were simply preparation, shaping me into a believer strong enough to carry the weight of the blessings coming my way. From this moment on, I choose to stay close to him, walking in step with his voice and word. I won't let the world or my daily circumstances pull me away from faith. I stay in constant prayer with him, pouring out my heart daily, knowing he is always listening. I trust his perfect timing, even when it doesn't match my own. My daily obedience and faithfulness in the coming days will unlock doors that have been sealed shut for far too long. Even now, you and I can feel his presence surrounding us. God is releasing his peace into our hearts. The heaviness is lifting. The burden is falling away. We will sense a freedom we've never known, a spiritual confidence that wasn't there before. It is my Savior, gently healing my deepest wounds, setting me free from the chains that once held me captive. I am stepping into a new chapter, one filled with hope, abundance, and divine opportunities. As his beloved child, I refuse to walk away from this sacred moment unchanged. I've asked him countless times for a massive breakthrough. This is it. This is the turning point I've been waiting for. I embrace it, believe it, and walk boldly right into my future. He is with me every single step, guiding me gently yet powerfully into the fulfillment of all his promises. I need to hear this with my whole heart. The reason I've been feeling stuck isn't because the Lord has forgotten me. It's because he has been protecting me. Yes, protecting me from doors that were not ready to be opened, from people who were never meant to walk with me, from opportunities that looked good but would have completely crushed my spirit. I keep asking him why my breakthrough hasn't happened yet. But through his teachings, I understand that delay does not mean denial. He never stops working behind the scenes. He was setting things in order, preparing what I couldn't see, and guarding me until the exact moment when everything would be completely safe for my heart to enter. You and I both know it feels like circling the same mountain, praying the same prayer, hoping for a change that didn't come. We've wondered if we were doing something wrong, if God was displeased with us, but I hear him now. He has not been punishing me. He's been shaping me. He's been strengthening my faith in the hidden place, deepening my roots so that when he finally launches me forward, I will not be shaken by the fierce winds coming with the blessing. The higher he takes me, the stronger my foundation must be. And that's what he's been building inside me all this time. Please support our Christian channel. Our goal is to bring true happiness to your life and inspire deep devotion and reverence towards God. And if you feel led, you can donate through the Super Thanks button down below. God tells me he sees the weariness in my spirit. He sees exactly how I've smiled for others while my own heart has been silently breaking. The Lord knows how hard it is to stay hopeful when nothing around me seemed to change. But he is with me every single step. Even when I could not feel him, he never walked away from me. God carried me when my feet had absolutely no strength. He shielded my mind from attacks I didn't even know were forming. And now, because I refused to give up, because I kept believing, even with my trembling faith, he is about to reward me openly. Blessings are on their way that will silence every single doubt I have battled. God has answers forming right now in the unseen. Answers that will soon arrive and leave me speechless with joy. The Lord will surprise me, not just with small things, but with big miracles. Doors I never knocked on will swing wide open. People who once ignored me will seek me out. Resources I never even imagined will be placed right in my hands. And it won't be because I forced it or earned it, but because I trusted God in the dark. I trusted him when the only thing I had left was his holy word. And that is all he ever needed. But as his children, you and I must walk carefully in this new season. The enemy will try to distract us, to make us second guess what God is doing. He will whisper that it is too good to be true, that we are unworthy, that it won't last. But we cannot listen. I fix my eyes on him and stay rooted in prayer. I worship even when I don't feel like it. I speak his promises aloud because my words have faith and power. And above all, I won't let pride or fear take the place of the deep humility that brought me this far. I remain surrendered. I remain thankful. I remember who carried me through the valley. This next part of my spiritual journey will not look like the past. The pain I once knew will not return. God has placed a hedge of protection around me, and his angels are already assigned to walk with me. I will walk in rooms where I once felt entirely unworthy. I will speak words that heal others, because the Lord will put his spirit right in my mouth. I will carry God's peace into places that have only known bitter chaos. People will see the change in me, and they will know it was God. And still I remember that this answered prayer isn't just for my own daily comfort. It is for his absolute glory. What God does in my life becomes a beautiful testimony. It will lift others out of their very own darkness. It will remind the hopeless that the Lord still answers prayers. You and I must never forget him. We cannot stop praying. We cannot stop listening. We must remain the vessel God molded through our suffering. Because the same fire that broke us is the fire that formed us. And now he is releasing us to walk into the very promises we've been holding on to. Yes, as his children, we were blocked, but it was never the actual end. It was a pause with divine purpose, a delay with his design. And now as we listen, we feel the chains I'm falling, feeling my heart awakening. The Lord calls me forward, not in fear but in faith. He invites me into my new season. No more circles, no more standing still. My time has come to rise. He tells me to walk with him, watch him work. Now everything begins to change. As his child, stepping out in faith, I realize I need to understand something incredibly important right now. What the Lord is about to do in my life won't look like what I expected. His divine healing, the doors he opens, the deep restoration he pours right over my soul, all of it will arrive in ways that surprise me. I must stop holding so tightly to how my miracle should look. I am letting go of my own mental picture, making wide space for what my loving Father has already prepared for me. His plans are always better, always higher and full of life. Even if they seem unfamiliar at first, He is asking me to completely leave some habits and people behind entirely. I cannot drag old weights into this fresh chapter. What weighed me down yesterday simply cannot follow me into tomorrow. God is shining a light on every corner of my existence. Even those broken pieces I felt I had to keep hidden. He isn't exposing my flaws to shame me, but to heal me. Those hidden spots I have avoided, the things I try ignoring, are the exact places where He wants to pour out His grace. Nothing hidden gets healed. He is right here to make me whole. I know I have been deeply disappointed before. I have trusted and ended up hurt. I put my hope in earthly people who completely failed me. But God isn't like man. He doesn't lie. He doesn't leave. He doesn't change His mind about me. Whatever He has spoken over my life will stand. No matter how long it takes or how much time passes, my own story is never behind schedule. He timed everything perfectly for my good and His own glory. You and I know that breaking point. Now that my heart is ready, emptied of my pride and fully focused on Him, the Lord can move in ways I have never witnessed before. But as a believer, I must carefully protect what He is doing inside me. Not everyone will understand this spiritual journey He placed me on. Some folks simply will not celebrate my breakthrough. Others will doubt, question, and even criticize my God-given blessings. I won't let that stop me. I don't need their approval to walk in what He provided. I only need to stay close to Him, keeping my ears tuned to His voice, my eyes on His light. The Lord guides my every step. He tells me when to speak and when to remain completely silent, when to move and when to pause. A huge blessing is coming my way, but I must handle it with deep care. Much like a flame needing shelter from wind to burn bright, my own miracle must be guarded during these early days. So I am not rushing to broadcast what God is doing. Let's let the fruit grow. Let the roots dig deep. I must let Him finish His work in me before I try explaining it to anyone else. He is still building. The Lord is still shaping me. His plan speaks for itself in time. I pray, Father, I return to You. When I'm running back to His grace, He calls me higher, deeper, and closer. He wants more of my heart, not just empty words. He asks me to trust Him, not just in prayer, but in daily actions. The Lord wants my faith to completely match my obedience. That means doing the hard things, walking away from what I know is wrong, choosing peace when fighting feels easier, embracing truth when lies sound more comforting. Every step of obedience unlocks more of His holy presence. Every time I choose His way, even when it costs me something, I grow stronger, more rooted and ready. I might fear the unknown, but I am not afraid when He leads me into new places. He won't send me anywhere that He hasn't already gone ahead of me. God is clearing the path. He is preparing hearts. He is arranging meetings, resources, and open doors, even as I sit here seeking His guidance. All He needs from me is yes, my complete surrender, and my full attention. He will handle the rest. Even now, God is breathing new life into my dry places. He is stirring up old dreams, restoring vision, and awakening desires I buried under years of pain. I cannot ignore those stirrings. That's God calling me forward. He is inviting me into a story that is only just beginning. I am not too late. I am not disqualified. You and I are exactly where we need to be for His divine plan. So let's rise up, believers, shake off the dust of our past. Let go completely. The heavy block holding us back is finally broken. The chains are falling. The road ahead is clear. He is leading us into a wide open space full of true peace, purpose, and power. I trust Him, follow Him. My new beginning starts now. As His beloved child, with the road ahead wide open, I must be aware of something very important. With every blessing God pours out, there will come new responsibilities. The divine favor He places on my life will attract both light and shadow. Some people will be drawn to my glow, and others will try to dim it. I won't let this discourage me. God is not blessing me to make me proud. He blesses me to make me useful for His kingdom. He has trusted me with this calling because He knows my heart. He sees my pure desire to do right, to love deeply, to walk closely with Him. And I know that with His help, I will carry this blessing well. But I really need to stay humble. The enemy is watching, waiting to use pride or petty offense to trap me once again. I cannot take credit for what God has done. My heart won't forget that it was Him who rescued me, Him who opened the way, and Him who provided the breakthrough. Let's stay small in our own eyes so He remains big in our lives. Let's speak with grace, move with love, walk in pure humility. Let your life and mine be a reflection of His mercy. I've noticed that as I rise in faith, some people walking with me might fall away. I never mourn every separation. Some were only meant to walk with me for a season. Others leave me because they can no longer understand or control my spiritual growth. It's okay, I let them go. God sends the right people to stand beside me, people with clean hands and pure hearts. Friends who won't compete with my light, but will protect it. People who refuse to pull me back, but push me closer to Him. I also stay alert to the enemy's schemes. Satan knows he cannot stop God's work, but he tries to confuse and distract me, or tempt me to fall right back into old habits. That's why I stay grounded in His Word, keeping my spirit sharp and my heart soft. I make prayer my daily home, not just a place I visit whenever I am afraid or in need. I talk to Him about absolutely everything. He guides my choices, my friendships, and my decisions. God cares about every single detail of my life, and He longs to be included in it all. There are moments when fear tries to come back, whispering that my current blessings are just too good to last. But you and I both know we cannot listen to fear. What God gives, He doesn't take away lightly. He is never playing with my heart. He isn't dangling blessings in front of me just to snatch them away. The Lord isn't like the world. When He gives me something, He gives it with absolute purpose and permanence. By staying close to Him, what He gives me will grow stronger, deeper, and even more beautiful with time. As His child, I let this season be where I fully walk in freedom. Not just the kind that shouts with joy, but the kind that stays perfectly calm through storms. He is teaching me how to live from a place of peace that does not depend on circumstances. The Lord gives me a lasting peace so deep that it becomes my sturdy anchor when life feels uncertain. I won't need to run, hide, or try to fix everything on my own anymore. I'll simply rest in Him, knowing He is God and always with me. I'll let others see Jesus in the way I live today, letting my joy speak louder than my pain ever did, letting my peace shine much brighter than my broken past. My testimony will be a light in dark places. People will look at my blessed life and ask, "How did this happen?" And I'll answer with tears in my eyes, "It was Jesus. The Lord rescued me. He rebuilt me. He never gave up on me." Now, you and I can walk with confidence, not because everything is perfect, but because we finally believe what He has been saying all along. I am His chosen, deeply loved, called, and anointed, protected and redeemed. I am forgiven, stronger than I know because Christ lives inside me, and with Him nothing is ever impossible. As His precious child, I lift my head, breathing deeply. Stepping forward, my time has come. My heart is truly ready. My hands feel steady. The Lord walks beside me. Let's start this next chapter together. My past is behind me. The way is clear and His purpose is calling. I go forward with faith, not fear. I'm no longer blocked. I am truly blessed. This is only the start. I'm not stepping into this new season empty-handed. God placed special gifts inside me. Gifts that stayed hidden, just waiting for His perfect time to bloom. Some of these gifts are spiritual, some practical, and others are hidden in my compassion, my wisdom, my ability to encourage others even when I am hurting. None of these are accidents. He placed them there before I was even born. You and I question our worth, doubt our voices, compare ourselves to others. But today, His word reminds us that there is no one quite like us. We are His creation, designed with care, shaped with purpose. My story holds power, and God will surely use every piece of it for His glory. I might not see myself how He does. I often focus on my mistakes, my weaknesses, and my own failures. But the Lord sees beauty in my heart. He sees strength in my spirit. He sees my desire to do right, even when I fall. He wants me to stop defining myself by my past. I am not my sin. I am not my shame. I'm not what other people said about me. I am who He says I am. He promises I am redeemed. He says I am free. He says I'm loved way beyond measure. There will still be days when my spirit grows tired. Days when nothing makes sense. Days when my prayers feel totally unanswered. But even then, my God is working. He never stops. He never grows weary. He never leaves my side. And in those moments of deep weakness, Jesus carries me. I don't have to be strong all the time. I don't have to hold all the right answers. I just stay close to Him, trust Him with my heart. He won't drop it. He won't break it. The Lord holds it gently and heals whatever others have damaged. Let's say, I am forever grateful, Jesus, if He changed our lives in this new season. He's also calling us to be a real blessing to others. I've received so much from Him. Now it's my turn to give. I share my story. I speak life into those who feel forgotten. I become a voice of comfort to people who are still stuck in the storms I've survived. I don't need to have all the right words ready. I let His love speak. Let my kindness shine. Let God's light inside me reach those still walking in darkness. And I won't worry about whether I'm ready. If God calls me, He equips me. If He sends me, He goes with me. All He asks for is my willingness. Not perfection, not my strength, just a simple yes. God fills the gaps. He supplies my every need. He opens doors I could never open. He places me before people I never thought I'd meet. And in every room we enter, you and I carry His peace. His presence, trusting His power, I keep my heart clean. I don't allow bitterness to take root. I never let envy steal my joy. I refuse to carry offenses around. I let Him wash my soul every single morning. I allow His Spirit to keep me soft, pure, and joyful. Because what God is doing in me isn't just for today. It is for a lifetime. He builds something in me that lasts, something truly eternal. This journey might stretch me, but it won't destroy me. God is forming a deeper strength within me, one that won't crack under heavy pressure. I remind myself I'm not alone. He places people around me who will support me, love me, and help me grow. I must never isolate myself. I reach out, build healthy relationships, and walk with those speaking truth in love. Even if no one is around right now, I refuse to be afraid. I know God will bring them, the right people, right time with right hearts. You and I are entering a time of great harvest. The seeds I planted in tears are finally growing in joy. Prayers I thought God forgot are being answered in massive waves. Dreams I thought were lost are being revived. Even my silent hopes, the ones I never told anyone, those are rising too. Because nothing is ever wasted in His hands. Not my pain, not my long prayers, not my process. This is a sacred season, but I navigate it carefully. I guard it, I celebrate it, patient as it unfolds. Above all, I remain thankful. Gratitude truly protects my peace. It keeps my eyes fixed on Him, turning every simple day into an absolute miracle. So I lift my hands and eyes, receiving exactly what He prepared for me. As I walk deeper into this spiritual journey, I really need to remember that not every day feels easy, but every single day is worth it. There are hard moments where I feel stretched, where my deep faith is tested, where doubt tries sneaking right back into my mind. But I don't let that frighten me. Trials don't mean God left me. Heavy pressure doesn't mean something is entirely wrong. Often it means something new is forming inside me, something incredibly strong, beautiful, and lasting. The Lord doesn't allow this pressure to crush me. He uses it to shape me. Even when it feels like absolutely nothing is changing, I try to remember that my roots are growing. I might not clearly see what is happening beneath the surface, but He is working. God is strengthening my spirit, deepening my understanding, and building a steady spiritual foundation that no fear storm can destroy. When other people see me standing strong in perfect peace, they will know it's Jesus who kept me. They'll ask how I endured, and I'll say, Jesus never let me go. I must also constantly guard my own passing thoughts. You and I know our peace depends on what we choose to dwell on. If I feed fear, it grows. If I rehearse my daily worries, they just weigh me down. But if I fill my heart with His truth, speaking His holy promises over my life, I feel genuine strength rise within me. When doubt knocks, I answer. I listen to His word. When fear whispers, I speak faith aloud. His daily truth is a weapon, and it protects my mind from every single lie the enemy sends. As believers, let's pray together. Dear Jesus, I come before you today. My heart feels so heavy. I have been through things that still ache deep inside my soul. Some days I force a smile, but underneath, I still carry that pain. Old memories, my past mistakes, the harsh words of others, they still linger in my heart. I simply cannot seem to let them go. Lord, you see it all, even the secrets I try hiding from others and even from myself. You always know when I feel completely broken. You understand my quiet moments and those lonely nights I cry all by myself. I do not want to carry this weight anymore. Jesus, I need you. Step into these deeply hurting places in my heart. Wrap me in your love. Help me drop burdens that are simply too heavy for me to bear. Remind me I am never alone, that you stay close when I feel forgotten. Shine your perfect peace into dark corners of my soul that have lived in fear for way too long. Heal these aching wounds. Teach me how to forgive other people and myself too. I refuse to let the past keep holding me back. I want true freedom, to move forward and smile with pure peace in my soul. I trust entirely in your power. not just to save, but to fully restore. You walk beside the broken, you lift the hurting, and you love the lost. Please do exactly that for me right now. Help me see myself through your eyes, worthy, completely loved and whole. Thank you for never giving up on me. Thank you for your patience and constant grace. Day by day, please continue to guide and strengthen me. Gently rebuild the shattered pieces of my heart. In your holy name, Jesus, I pray. Amen. Drop an amen and share this prayer if you know somebody out there who needs this today.